finally over? Well, for first responders, that is. I'm Chantal Belafonte, your neighborhood reporter in Hillsborough, and I'll take you inside the new Buc-ee's in our community that's set to open on Sunday. But our first responders got a sneak peek just for them.
Preserving the past. I'm Brianna Smith, your neighborhood reporter here in Rockdale. I'll tell you how a citywide cleanup effort is helping students connect with family history.
Thanks for joining us tonight at 10. I'm Lauren Adams. Our reporter spent the day in your neighborhoods finding the stories that matter to you in your communities.
Jackson's breaking news leader. This is 16 WAPT News, live at 5.
Good morning and thank you for joining us this Saturday morning. I'm Cecil Hannibal in for Michaela Franklin. We begin with our forecast. Let's take a live look outside from our Reservoir Skycam.
I'm Brittany Blake at Circle K in Adel, where law enforcement arrested a man for firing shots after refusing to pay his bill. Just ahead, I'll have the details on that investigation. WAOB News 10 at 6 starts now.
From your hometown news source, this is WAOB News 10.
Thanks for joining us. I'm Quillen Parker.
And I'm Jamie Worsley. This just into our newsroom.
Thank you so much for watching Fox 4 News. I'm your Mount Lachey community correspondent, Colton Chavez.
Tonight, Great Falls Realtor Group continued their goal of delivering an American flag to each school in the public school district. Plus,
let's get in sciencey up here on the Montana State University campus. I'm Cassidy Powers, here to tell you about the annual Montana Science Olympiad.
And later, we're a long way from a regular season football game, but our Grace Lawrence will get you caught up with the latest updates from the Montana State Bobcats spring game.
From Montana's news leader, this is the MTN 10 o'clock news.
Good evening and thank you for trusting MTN News at 10. I'm Owen Skornik-Hayes. Tonight, our top story. On Friday, the city of Havre issued a water boil advisory.
Right now at 5, a new report says a resident of an assisted living facility in Winona died because of neglect. And a $6.2 million animal shelter is set to open their doors in July.
You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at 5.
Good evening and thank you for watching News 8 Now at 5. I'm Emily Brown. Ken is off tonight.
Now at 10, community members in Oklahoma City gather to remember the victims of the deadly bombing 29 years ago. Plus,
Fort Scott history is coming to life this weekend. That story coming up.
And if you are looking forward to seeing cicadas, you might have to wait a little longer.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
History has come to life in Fort Scott this weekend. This is KOAM News at 10. I'm Anthony Saviello.
This is DW News live from Berlin. Tonight, no let-up in the hostilities between Iran and Israel. Explosions are reported in the skies over central Iran. Local media say that air defense systems kicked in at a nuclear facility. Thousands protested in the capital Tehran against an apparent Israeli airstrike. Also coming up tonight, Ukraine says that it shot down a long-range Russian bomber for the first time in this war, while NATO has agreed to help strengthen Kyiv's air defenses, sending more Patriot missile systems and ammunition. And the world's biggest election is now underway. Nearly 1 billion people are eligible to vote in India, where Prime Minister Narendra Modi is expected to secure a 3rd term in office. I'm Brent Goff. To our viewers watching on PBS in the United States and to all of you around the world, welcome. Thousands have protested in the Iranian capital, Tehran.
Your community journalists are covering Colorado First all across our state.
In El Jabal, Spencer Wilson.
In Denver, I'm Kennedy Cook.
At Denver International Airport, Justin Adams.
Only on CBS News, Colorado.
Another epic winter in California.
Just awful last year, but this year it's a lot worse.
Powerful storms flood the Bay Area.
It's
disheartening. I probably am homeless.
And prompting swift water rescues.
Unleashing strong winds, bringing down massive trees.
A very loud thump.
Leaving people without power, with some not even able to call for help.
No cell phone service and no landline. I can tell you how scary that is.
Huge waves batter the coastline, damaging businesses and sending people running for cover.
Look at my car.
And snow totals in the Sierra, something for the record books.
Never seen the paths up that high.
CBS News Bay Area presents First Alert. Wild weather, lasting impact.
Hello, and thank you for joining us. I'm CBS News Bay Area Chief Meteorologist Paul Hagan. Along with my colleagues Darren Peck and Jessica Birch, we're taking a deep dive into the active weather we saw this winter all across California, including how a series of late-season snowstorms turned the tide in the Sierra and how changes in the Pacific Ocean could give us a hint about what's to come. So let's get started with a look back at some of our wildest winter weather.
Live, this is Fox 56 News, First at 10.
First at 10, a search warrant recently served in a cockfighting investigation leads to more than 100 birds seized from a Luzerne County home. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Aaron Leedy. Ann has the night off.
It's 10 p.m. Do you know where your children are?
Right now on the 10 o'clock news.
Tensions reaching a fever pitch at Columbia University still, where a new pro-Palestinian intensity is taking over, and it is leading to some stern criticism from local leaders and even the White House. Good evening, I'm Arthur Chien. Welcome to the 10 o'clock news. The pro-Palestinian encampment popping up again just days after the NYPD disbanded the first iteration of the protest.
Opening statements in former President Donald Trump's hush money trial begin today, impacting his campaign schedule. The requirements Trump must follow in court.
It's a walk to make sure no one is forgotten. I'm your Appleton neighborhood reporter, Noah Cornelius, in downtown for the 3rd annual Walk to Remember by Prevent Suicide Fox Cities.
It's officially Earth Day, and we're talking trash. I'm NBC 26 Today's McLeod Hageman, here in De Pere, sharing how you can help make a difference and volunteer in your neighborhood.
We're waking up Monday morning to clear skies across northeast Wisconsin. Good morning, I'm meteorologist Lauren Larson, and a very clear radar this morning.
7 Action News at 11 starts right now.
Tonight, a community trying to cope with an unimaginable loss.
We have a black escape that went through the building.
Absolutely heartbreaking.
2 children, a brother and sister, killed when a car crashed into a birthday party. How they're being remembered tonight as the driver faces charges. And tracking your weather for the week ahead.
A nice end to the weekend, and this weather continues into next week. Not much off to our west for now, but I am tracking a storm system. I'll let you know when it arrives.
Plus, 3 friends fighting cancer from the ice rink.
I want to do something to make good out of this horrible situation.
The personal stories that motivate them to make a difference.
We begin tonight with a community in mourning. Thank you for joining us for 7 Action News at 11. I'm Simon Shakett. The investigation continues after a driver plowed through a child's birthday party at a boat club in Monroe County Saturday afternoon.
7 Action News this morning starts right now.
And a good morning to all you early risers out there as we take a live look at the stage in downtown Detroit. We're just 3 days away now from the beginning of the NFL draft. The first round coming up on Thursday, and the stage is set. It's ready for hundreds of thousands of football fans making their way to the Motor City. Good morning, everybody. I'm Alicia Smith, and it is a little chilly out there. You could even say it's cold.
7 News Detroit at 7 starts right now.
First at 7, birthday party tragedy. New information in a crash at a boat club that killed 2 young siblings and injured others.
It's horrific. We just can't figure out how she could fly down this skinny road.
What we've learned about the suspect being at a local bar earlier that day.
Plus, NFL Draft Week in Detroit. Months of planning coming to fruition. Tonight, the new road closures going into effect. And
it's excitement, really. I
Sometimes I can't even believe this is Detroit.
But we begin this evening with that tragedy in Berlin Township where 2 children were killed Saturday when a suspected drunk driver crashed into a boat club during a birthday party. We appreciate you being with us tonight. I'm Glenda Lewis.
And I'm Mike Duffy.
7 News Detroit at 10 on TV 20 starts right now.
And first tonight at 10, the suspected drunk driver accused of killing 2 children and injuring more than a dozen other people is expected to face a judge tomorrow. Thank you for joining us for 7 Action News at 10. I'm Glenda Lewis.
And I'm Brian Abel. There are still so many questions surrounding the deadly birthday party crash in Monroe County.
This is WXII 12 News at 5. We're up with you.
A break-in at a local elementary school leads to one man now facing charges. What police say about the suspect as they search for a motive.
And a man behind a triad crime spree is in custody following a days-long manhunt. The charges he faces as he prepares to face the judge today.
Opening statements begin today in the historic criminal trial against former President Donald Trump. I'm Amy Lou with what those statements could reveal.
Today is Monday, April 22nd. Happy Earth Day. Great to have you. I'm Audrey Bisk.
And I'm Jackie Pascal. We've got our whole team back with us here in studio this morning. Adriana Hargrove, of course, checking on traffic for you. And then
now on 10 TV News at noon, opening statements began this morning in former President Donald Trump's historic criminal trial in New York. What he said just moments before going into court. And will lawmakers in D.C. agree the $100 billion foreign aid bill that could turn the tides of war overseas? Plus, it is Earth Day. Let's see how local groups are doing their part to keep the community clean. But first, we begin now with breaking news. Right now, investigators are working to learn what exactly led up to an apartment fire in Hilliard. Thanks so much for joining us on 10 TV News at noon. I'm Amy Steigerwald in for Tracy Townsend.